Hey guys, welcome to Isaiah's Reviews, and hello, such a great morning today. What I have in my hands is a product that obviously you know what it is because you clicked on the video. It's the BenQ Screenbar Lite. This is a great day. This little jewel of an owl right here, I want to believe it was created because of us truly here on this channel, because they've sent me, the past couple years I think, they've sent me some screen monitor lights and stuff like that that set up on, or they're made to set up on to the monitor there. But I've always demonstrated those on the laptop because I wanted to show that it was actually capable of also being used on a laptop, even though it wasn't made for it. And they joyously sent me an email saying, ta-da, we finally made, through popular demand, you, they didn't have to say you, but popular demand meant me, finally made one specific for the laptop. You know, I think it would work also for, like, you know, probably maybe a tablet that has the keyboard built in. Slides right off. We'll get into some specs here in a little bit, but you get a carrying case with it, and check that out. That's amazing. It fits in so snug, and I'll show you why. There we go. It's got these two little gel things here and here, and it's manufactured so well that they come down and grab the corners of the light. And so it just might, the only thing rattling around in there is the cable, which you can secure that with a little rubber band that they have if you want to, or roll it up in here freestanding. But here is the product itself. Beautiful, beautiful, elegant product. Completely worth the money, I'll tell you that up front. You get your color temp range going on. Everything's touchscreen on the top. You have a auto dimmable sensor here. It's basically a compact version, extreme compact version of the ones that I've reviewed in the past, which I'll leave links to those so you can go check those out. I am in love with these light bar, LED light bars. It has a shadow line in there, so you get no reflection on your screen. Your keyboard's extremely well lit. Your work area is lit. It's just a beautiful piece of tech, and it's got these little places here for it to rest into in the side. Here's the device up close. Here's your little sensor here on the side with an auto button here, so you can press this auto button. It'll sense your room and stuff like that and set the light appropriate. And favorites button, long press to reset your favorite there for 3 seconds, I do believe. And here's your controls for brightness and temperature changes. And yeah, your power button. So it's super simplistic in its design, but oh man, look at that beautiful thing. And let's look up underneath here, and here you can see the row of LEDs. We've talked about this before with the bigger ones in the past for your monitor. It just casts a reflection, a shadow bar here, so it's not gonna get all up in your face and bother you. There's no light that will hit your eyeballs, which is fantastic. Here where we've had a weighted clip on the back that normally goes on monitors, this is a super padded, really dense padded here. This will clip right onto the top of your laptop there, and it's super padded in here, so no worries. And just so you want to know, 3 millimeters to 8 millimeters, and you get an 85-degree tilt like that. Branded on the back only, nowhere else really, for BenQ. Beautiful branding that is. I'm a huge fan of BenQ. Their products are great. You do get a flat cable, which appears to be a couple feet long, like 2 feet long, flat cable there, so with a USB right there. So now this is about as thin of a laptop as you're probably going to get in most cases. That's super duper thin, and we'll be able to see this fit right onto that with no issues whatsoever, and it grabs like it doesn't really want to go anywhere, which is really cool. And just to give you a presentation idea, it looks like it's made for the device itself. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful beast. It's a beautiful thing. I am so freaking excited about this. You know, I don't get excited much because you see this rehash, this repeat, this thing that really wasn't created by the company. Probably it might be a clone or something like that. It exists. You kind of see it and you're like, okay, I know where they got this idea from. But this is a really cool original idea from BenQ, and thanks for listening. And look at that. It just blends so beautiful. Who'd think I'd get this excited about a light? I knew I would. I do. But look at that. It just matches everything perfect. Got this nice slender cable running down the side. The perfect length for to suit all probably screen sizes, I imagine. But man, this is beautiful. And I'll leave a link to this laptop too, because this is a freaking beast of a laptop. And I'll also show you how to super duper thin. It's a PC, and I'll leave a link to it. And I also have a video showing like how to add some memory and stuff like that, take it apart. Also how to convert this over to English, because you actually buy this with Chinese, Windows, everything about this. I'll leave links to this and the some of the past lights I've reviewed for BenQ as well. But man, this is fantastic. So let's check out the light spread on this thing. I'll cut the lights out and stuff, and we'll play with some of the settings. But man, I love it. I love it. And ta-da, we have light. I had to plug in my laptop because somebody left it on and it went dead. It was probably me. I'm pretty sure it was me. But the cool thing is, like I said, you can tilt this, and there my whole work area is going. There is no reflection off the screen. I mean, it's a thing of beauty because the light does not pass below. Like, you can, I hope you can see the shadow line. See that shot? That's a good shot there. You see that shadow line going like that? You can place that shadow line like right there, or just the keyboard, whatever you want. And while you're working, it's perfectly illuminated. All right, so now we got the lights out so you can kind of see the color of this. And there's no flicker in these lights too. They're beautiful. Beautiful beast. And so we got our daylight button selected up here, and then you have like a warm button selected next to it. But you'll select whichever one you want to control. So we want to control the daylight portion of this, and we can do that here, stepping it down. I think this is its lowest setting there. And then stepping it up by pushing up on the arrow, and then we can switch it over to another color temp and invite that guy into play with us. So we can warm it up like that, and then we can bring the blues down and just leave the yellows present and adjust that. So you got a lot of range to play with, or we can just go auto, and boom, it got a sense of the room and automatically done itself and corrected itself. And we can do that again. See it pulsate, uses the sensor, gets an idea of the room. So we like this setting. Hold the favorites down for 3 seconds. See the blink in there? We got that setting saved. If you just want to kill the power, cut the power. Look at my shadow. And then boom, look at that. Boom. We'll take this up to full brightness, so hopefully you can see this shadow line at play. And you see that sharp shadow line right there? And you see the top and the bottom? Boom. It equals like your whole keyboard right there. See that shadow line toward the monitor? Boom, you can stop it right there, and the shadow line's just right there at the bottom of that keyboard too. So guess what that is? That is no screen reflection. That is nothing in the, you see no reflection right there. Boom. No, you see my little fingers down at the bottom, but whenever you're up here looking down, you see nothing. There is no reflection from this light at all, but everything below is lit up, and that's, man. This is a game changer in the world of mobile work and lighting. I mean, this is a thing of beauty. If you do business work, if you do work at the old Starbucks or some other cafe where it's nice and pitch black, you can actually dial this down if you wanted to, all the way down. We'll go all the way down, and that's just beautiful lit. That's just a beautiful amount of lighting to get work done and not disturb anyone around you. This would be good for your classrooms and stuff like that. So if you're in the auditorium taking notes, in college, whatever, in high school, I guess you're using these things now in high schools and stuff, you can have this and not disturb your neighbor with it. And you can dial down to a little bit more of a relaxing yellow and bring up your yellows in that lower tint like that if you want to. Or you can just say, hey, I'm in this room, and hit auto, and it'll do itself. And that is a actual perfect tint. And if you wanted to back that down a little bit, you know, you easily could. You can just lower it all the way down if you needed to, which it was pretty well close to all the way down to begin with, but the possibilities are endless. And go to your favorite color. See, I just pushed my favorite that I had stored a while ago, and it came on. Boom. Go back to auto. It pulled it out of its favorites. It set the auto for me. I want to go back to my favorite that I had previously set. Boom, it's right there. And also another thing, if you want to know the light spread outside of the sides of your workspace there. So imagine you have a desk or something. You're going to go about this far to the side. So that's about 12 12 inches there of light coverage on the sides of your laptop. So about the length of your laptop down, the shadow line will hit and stop, and then you have your keyboard illuminated all the way to here. So they've designed this to be a perfect width of light, and then it shoots out about a foot or so on the sides, and then kind of trickles out the farther you go. But it's not a long trickle, so it's going to trickle. It's going to stop about a foot and then trickle, you know, like 5 or 6 more inches to where the light will finally stop. But yeah, it's just beautifully tailored to a laptop, extremely well designed. With the carrying case, I mean, this is the best product I think I've ever reviewed on the channel, because it's going to get the most usage. I do believe that for college students, for work, people who work on laptops and stuff like that, it's fantastic. It's beautiful. You can dim this thing low. This is high right now, but you can dim this thing down and not disturb your neighbor, which is fantastic. You can work in those cafes, those dark cafes. You can work in those dark auditoriums and classes and see what you're doing without disturbing your neighbor. And it's just a thing of beauty that exists. BenQ, this light is fantastic. You've designed a beast of a machine. I think it's well worth the money, because the quality LEDs that you're getting in here, the quality design, the sturdiness of it, the build quality, everything that's going to work for you and not against you, and not going to be a hassle. So the convenience of use, I'm bragging on this thing because I actually love this freaking product. Super stoked over this thing. So this has been the BenQ Screenbar Lite. It is beautiful. I mean, this is a lovely piece of machinery, of equipment, of loveliness, designed, divined, everything that's going to work for you and not against you. It's portable. You get this little case with it. It's fantastic. It doesn't rattle around, so it's not going to get on your nerves and make some noise while you're transporting this thing in your book bag or case or whatever. It just flows so elegant with what you have in existence, and it works with all your screens. For laptops, you should be covered with that. It's sturdy, it holds its grip. It's simple, easy to use. It's not a lot to figure out. You got a favorites button, you got an auto mode, and you can adjust with all these different clarities here with your Kelvin ratings. It works from 6,500 Kelvin down to 2,700 Kelvin, so that's pretty crazy that it gets that low and that high. So it should suit anything that you have going for you, and that auto mode is fantastic. When you get somewhere, no matter what the lighting is, you just tap auto and that sensor is going to automatically detect the perfect lighting for you. That's fantastic. I would use that probably all the time, unless you wanted to dial it down to where you're barely able to see, like super low. But that auto, man, it just works like a champino. So this has been Isaiah's Reviews reviewing this BenQ Lite for your laptop, and this Screenbar Lite, man, sets the bar super high on the competition, and this is a fantastic product. So make sure to explode on that subscribe button and ding that bell so you get notified on the next product review that I got coming out my pipeline. I don't know if that makes sense, but it kind of makes sense to me at the moment. And yeah, it's gonna be a doozy. See ya.